Just seconds into the second half, it's Tottenham 1, Chelsea 0, and a first Tottenham goal for Oliver Skipp. Tottenham 2, Chelsea 0, the scoreline with 83 minutes gone. Tottenham doubling their lead through Harry Kane's 18th Premier League goal of the season. Chelsea's problems continue. Their lack of an attacking threat painfully obvious here. They had no chances really that would have seriously worried Spurs.
Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely.
An absolute
Do you know what?
nightmare.
Criminal. That I'm being sung that to by a Spurs fan.
Well,
it's criminal.
We've also got 100%. Mo's got something to say to you,
Right,
right, Mo?
here we go.
Has anyone seen Chelsea? Has anyone seen Fernandes? Has anyone seen Zakaria? Kante, Advocata, James, Lewis Hall, Chilwell, Thiago Silva, JT, has anyone seen Didier Drogba? Has anyone seen Chukwuemeka? Has anyone seen Andre Santos? Mason Mount, Havertz, Raheem Sterling, Mudryk? Has anyone seen £600 million we spent on Chelsea this summer? Has anyone seen Pulisic, Ziyech, Mendy, Maduaka? Has anyone seen Jose Mourinho? Has anyone seen Potter?
Keep going, Mo.
Has anyone seen any Chelsea players?
Oh, brilliant, Mo. Brilliant. Mo, we'll come back to it in a little bit.
Mo, so can we speak to Mo now?
No.
I want to speak to him because Mo, how difficult is that?
Candy, it's easy, mate.
No,
Let me do every night.
Let me look. Do you know the funny thing is, you're 4 points. You're 5 points above us. Just 5.
Candy.
5.
Stop making it about Liverpool.
Chelsea's worst seasonal record, and you're
Candy,
5 points
what
above
happened
us.
yesterday? Listen to me, Candy. You know the bottlers, Spurs, yeah? Spursy. They absolutely hammered you yesterday. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I am ashamed.
In that studio.
No, I am ashamed.
I mean, Jimmy G's grin. You should give you nightmares.
I know.
I was texting him over the weekend. Heard nothing from him. Didn't want nothing to do with me, Mo.
I blocked your number. It's much way to get.
I've been
I didn't
blocked
get them.
by Cundy.
I blocked them.
Oh, Mo, I'll speak to you in a little bit. Phone us back.
Cheers, mate.
We're going to have a little chat with Cundy about your disastrous weekend. How are you, mate, anyway? You all right?
Do you know what? Do you know what, mate? Unfortunately, I saw the game. I said to you on Thursday, I felt the best we'd get was a draw. I couldn't see how we're going to win it because we can't score goals. Best side won. You know, it's badly exposing our frailties every single game. They become more and more obvious, and it's becoming more and more painful because there's a hell of a squad there, and for whatever reason.
What do you mean for whatever reason, Jace?
Well,
Come on,
I've got my own
it's
opinions.
It's getting embarrassing. I know you've got your own opinions.
but
You're on the payroll at Chelsea. You've got to be careful what you say.
No, not
I
at
get
all.
that. But let's be honest. I'll say it how it is. Graham Potter's got to go.
Well, listen,
the players are not playing for him. He hasn't got a clue what team to pick. His tactics are all over the place. He's getting picked apart by teams that he should never be. You're beat by Southampton.
I know,
and then you're playing against Tottenham. We haven't even got a manager at the minute. We've got the assistant managers in charge. We're rolling you over.
No, I'm not.
It's embarrassing to what? You're Chelsea.
I can't sugarcoat this. Here's Potter's problem. And I said this last week. He's got to work out his best to what he's not. Okay, here's what he's not doing, which the best managers do.
Go on.
The best managers
Win.
Get the best performances in the best formation at their best players. Right? So the best example right now, and I know he's worth the best quite a lot, is Ten Hag. Right? So Ten Hag is getting the best performances out of his best players, best. So he's getting the best. I know. Well, that feels bad, doesn't it?
You wouldn't say best anymore.
I'm going to keep, but I need to. The reason I'm underlining the point. Rashford is having his best season. I'm going to try and use another word. I don't think I can.
Come on, mate.
I don't
Open
think
your
I'm
vocabulary
capable.
up.
No, I don't. My vocabulary's not that wide. I'm going to use best again. Why change a winning formula? No, it's true though, and this is what he's not doing. And for me, we have this. I mean, you haven't asked me out. I mean, you haven't had this. We normally have a little feel our way into the show. throw me under the bus. Straight got mowed.
Well, what do you expect?
Killing me.
What do you expect? You give it the big one over the weekend. Sports bar derby.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
What do you expect? We just had a message come here from Jamie, the Spurs fan. Here we go. Get on this. Here's a Chelsea stat for you. Real Madrid have scored more goals in England this year than Chelsea.
Honestly, it's terrible. It's terrible. Honestly. So you and I
don't even play here.
Do you know what? We Chelsea's goal of the month.
João Felix. It's the only goal they scored.
The only goal at West Ham. It's the only goal.
You know it's bad.
And do you know what? There was only 3 to choose from in January. Terrible.
They're having to get the under-15s goals out.
Yeah.
See if anyone's scoring any decent goals at Cobham's training ground.
They're going February 2002.
Training ground goals going to get the goal of the month at Chelsea next month.
It's terrible, mate.
It's terrible. What is going on?
I'll go back to the point I was making. Potter is not getting the best performance out of his best players in the best formation. The best managers do it.
Does he go?
So, no, I don't think he does.
Well,
I don't think he does, Jay, because they've kind of painted themselves into a little bit of a corner because they've heavily invested so much effort, so much time, and so much. By the way, it's only been 8 months, right? So it's not like so most football clubs, Spurs, they go 20 years having this. It's 8 months.
Yeah, but you spent 600 million, Jace.
Of course, yeah.
You spent 600 million pounds. You got a world-class squad of players.
Yeah, but that transfer window shut 27 days ago. Do you know what I mean? It's not like he's had them for that like 2 years. What's Klopp's excuse? So here's the thing, right?
Yeah, but Klopp's excuse is he's going to end of an era with a football team that he's had who have been unbelievable for a long period of time.
Yes, totally agree.
So he's coming to the end of an era.
Yeah, Potter's just got here.
What do you mean? He's been here long enough to pick the right team.
Yeah, but yes.
And get results.
Look,
One win in 11, James.
I'm not an apologist for Potter because I believe that Potter should be doing better. All right? I'm not going to sit and say anything differently. Right? Because what I'm watching is unacceptable. It is unacceptable. That performance yesterday, you and I both played in that game. What we saw yesterday from Chelsea was unacceptable. And it hurts me to say that. It's hard for me to say that because I wasn't surprised. I didn't come away from that game watching that. I'd done that game for Chelsea TV.
But then something's got to change, Jason.
Right, okay, yes. Something's got to change.
But I can't see it changing with Graham Potter there.
Right now.
As much as I like Graham Potter to be successful, I really do.
Don't care.
He's not. The players are not having him, Jace. The players are not having him.
Okay.
He's lost the dressing room. I don't even think he's ever had the dressing room.
But
the players are not playing for him.
Something's got to change. So here's what's going to happen, in my opinion. We've got Leeds coming up on Saturday. So anyone knows the history between Chelsea and Spurs and Chelsea Leeds, two of the biggest games. There are others, but these two games in particular. Spurs is always a massive game. Chelsea, Spurs, Spurs, Chelsea. And Leeds going back before, actually, if you know the history, it goes back, it predates the 1970 FA Cup final. So there was always history between the two clubs, but that was really the one that people remember. If we don't beat Leeds on Saturday, I do not know what Stamford Bridge is going to be like. I fear that it's that and I think the fans so far have been very, very, very patient, really patient. There's not been that many. The only boos that I've heard actually was against Southampton last home game. There was a couple of voices. City away. I think it was the FA Cup. They weren't happy with what they were seeing. That was a shocking performance as well. And the problem Potter's got now is that I think he's got to go to a 3.
At the back.
I think he's got to go to a 3 to get the best out of Reece and the best out of Ben. You got Badia. You can't do that in Europe because Badia Shaw's not in the squad. But you still have the players to do it. You can go Chalobah, you can go Silva, you can go Koulibaly. You've got players there. He's got players that can do. But he wants to go with a 4. The problem when you go with a 4 is you take what Reece James has got, and he's the best attacking fullback in Europe, possibly the world. He's just outrageously good, but he's doing a defensive job, and then on top of that, we against Southampton second half we should have scored. Yesterday against Spurs, I don't remember Forster making one save. There was one first half against Felix. It's miles away from where we should be, and the pressure is only going to continue to mount. From what I know, he's going nowhere anytime soon. But you just wonder about fan power, the fan voices. If we don't beat Leeds on Saturday, mate, and I've got to tell you, mate, I wouldn't put too much.
You're not confident?
Money.
No,
I wouldn't put too
I'm not
much
confident for you.
on it.
Absolutely.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.